Hey YouTube, what's going on, and welcome back to Cairo and His Things. Today I've got a new flashlight from Wurkkos that has not been released yet. This is the Wurkkos HD02. Let's take a look. Let's get started with the size on this Wurkkos HD02. I'll throw the dimensions up on the side of the screen. And while we're taking a look at that, let's look at some size comparisons. First up, I have the Wurkkos HD01. This is their flat flashlight. And here you can see the HD02 is quite a bit bigger than the 01. Significantly thicker there. You can see there quite a bit bigger head as well. So overall this is quite a bit larger than the HD01. Now I also have the Trustfire Mini X7 here. And here you'll see that the HD02 is just slightly longer with this little added part here. Very, very close on how thick they are. And you'll see there that the width is a little bit more on the Wurkkos here, but not too far off in size there between the Mini X7 and the HD02. For the battery and charging on this flashlight, it's going to use a single 21700, which is access to the tail here. So we are going to unscrew this. There we go. And that's magnetic there. Well lubed threads, and we're working with a 21700 3.6 volt 5000 milliamp flat top Wurkkos branded battery. It does have USB-C recharging, which you can access to the back here on this little tab. Behind it is the charging port. What's nice about this is not only can you charge it, but you can use it as a power bank as well. So I plugged the USB-C cable C to C from the HD02 into the Wurkkos HD03. And I'm charging the HD03, as you can see by the little red battery indicator there. And you can also still use your flashlight on your HD02 while it's even being used as a power bank. We also have a battery indicator located on the button here, so when I turn the flashlight on, you can see mine is green, so my battery is good. For the design and functions on this flashlight, there is a lot to cover. Let's start off with the tail. So back here we have a magnet. This is an insanely strong magnet. I mean, this is not exactly the smallest flashlight in the world. That magnet is crazy strong, and it's hard to pull off. So very, very good magnet on the bottom of that Wurkkos. We also have a little threaded hole there on the bottom of the flashlight, and that's because this can mount on a tripod. And as you can see, you can stand it up on a tripod there. Now you might be thinking, what's the benefit of that? Well, that's because the arms come out, and that works as a lantern. You can even adjust them at whatever angle you want. You can make them wave at people, whatever you want to do. But as soon as you open up those arms, the lights are going to kick on, and you can see there's diffusers on both sides, so you're not just staring at open LEDs, thank God. You can adjust as necessary. So you have your out the front lights, And then you also have side lights to work this as a very, very cool lantern. Additionally, we have a pretty large clip here. Got pretty good retention, screwed in with 3 screws there. We have a pretty futuristic looking design here on the front. And then also we have cutouts on the side, which actually do help with grip quite a bit. And on the side here next to the button, we have a rotary style switch, which we'll get to here in the user interface. We have some fin cutouts here towards the top for heat dissipation. And then up here, you can see that we have a lot going on in the head. This is running a boost driver, so that is great to hear. For the performance numbers, let's go ahead and throw those up on the side of the screen. And now let's take a look at the user interface. It's got a pretty neat user interface here because you can see that everything's going to be accessed through a rotary switch to decide what you want to be on. So right now, when we just have it straight down, we're on our standard white LED. Click on, click off, okay? Now from off or on, you can double click for turbo. Additionally, once you have the light on, you can hold to ramp up or ramp down. It has memory mode. And then also, if you hold from off, you can access its lowest output. It does quite a bit more though as well. We have triple click for strobe. We have a laser mode, and this is going to be a green laser just like the HD01. We have UV mode, and you can hold to swap between high and low on UV. This UV is very strong. This is probably the strongest ultraviolet light I have in my collection now, so that's pretty neat to have. So everything is accessed simply off of those 3. Now what's kind of cool is when you open up the sides here, like we talked about, the lights immediately kick on. So regardless if you're on laser mode, LED, or UV, when you hold, you're going to adjust the brightness of those side lights. Now watch this. I'm going to click and hold, and I just turned it all the way to a cold temperature. Click and hold again, and now it's a warm temperature. I'm going to click and hold and leave it somewhere right in the middle this time. So you can completely adjust your side temperatures as well, and brightness levels. And click to turn them off. Additionally, this flashlight does have a lockout mode, access via 4 clicks. You'll know because it will double flash, and now if I go to turn on the light, all it will do is double flash at me. 4 clicks again to get out of lockout mode. Now what we've all been waiting for, let's take this outside and look at some beam shots. Final thoughts on this flashlight. Well, I think it's pretty incredible. The turbo settings are insanely bright out of this. It's got the strongest UV that I've have in my entire collection, like I've said, but then it's also got the laser built in. These arms coming out and not only being able to do it from both sides, but being able to adjust how high and low they are. Also adjusting not only brightness, but color temperature on them. Being able to use this as a power bank, being able to hook it up to a tripod. There's so many things about this that to me make this an ultimate camping flashlight. I'm definitely taking this anytime I'm going outdoors from now on, doing any type of real outdoor activities where I'm going to be out there for a long time, couple nights, whatever. This is coming with me. I think this thing really does a lot and packs a huge punch for the size. Now, the thing is, I don't know anything about the price yet since this was sent to me as an early release. I thought that it was weird that it comes with this lanyard when I cannot find a lanyard hole anywhere on this flashlight. And you know me, I love to have lanyards on all my flashlights for the most part, so I wish it would have included a lanyard hole, especially since it came with a lanyard, but to my knowledge, there's nowhere to stick one on here. This certainly wasn't built for everyday carry and being super comfortable in your pocket, but for what this is, I think it's really, really cool, and it's not a gimmicky flashlight whatsoever. It really does actually serve a lot of functions here, and I think this is, like I said, great for camping, hiking, backpacking, whatever. Have this on you when you're going to be outdoors for a while. This is also just cool to have around the house as well. Super excited to add this to the collection. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week.